Hello, 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 my sisters.
Good evening.
Good evening,
How,
everyone.
how are my lovely sister warriors doing?
We are blessed
Yeah,
Blessed
and
and
highly
highly favored.
favored.
indeed. And look, we're just gonna give y'all a couple minutes to come on in. You know what I'm saying? The devil is trying to work against us tonight, but you know what? He won't win because he hasn't won. We're live. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm keeping it as plain as I can be. You know what I mean? So, what I would like for everyone to do right now that's tuned in to us, if you could share out this live, please, we really appreciate it. Share it out. Share it with three friends you may know that are cancer warriors, or maybe somebody you know that is fighting cancer. We are about to, tonight's show is about resources, and my sisters are here with me. We're here together, and we're going to bring y'all these resources. Don't get upset if you don't get the information. You can always email any of us, hit us up on Messenger or Instagram, wherever, if it's something you don't know, and we will make sure that you get the information. We are not gatekeepers. These are resources that helped us. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to be able to be standing here today, to be honest, so that we're not homeless as well, so that we have food on our table. I'm just keeping it all the way real, so that our minds are conditioned for the fights that we are battling. So before we get into it, while we're letting people come in, we're all sharing it out to our fan base as well. I won't say fan base, but our friends and people who are tuned in to us. I got good news. I want to know how my sister's New Year was, y'all. I was in church. I'm gonna keep it real. And my other half went with me to church. My girlfriend. I was very happy. But there was a one point in time in that New Year's service. Big up to the Well Church in Delaware, Bishop Bogarty and Andre Bogarty. Their church. There was a point in time during their service. I mean, the praise and worship was amazing, but when the message began to speak, and then they had praise and worship in between, I felt like I was the only one in the church. That is my New Year's experience. I felt like I was the only one in the church just talking to my God. You know what I mean? And thanking Him and letting Him know what I needed in 2025. And if He didn't give it to me in 2025, I was okay with that because He's already been blessing me abundantly. You know what I'm saying? But
Amen.
it felt like nobody else was there. It was just me in that moment with
Mhm.
God, and I never had a moment like that before. Since I've really been getting into the word, you feel what I'm saying? But that is
Mhm.
my big aha moment for
hmm
New Year's. Oh, Lisa, I can't forget. New Year's, Christmas Eve, the nurse from oncology, Nancy, no, Sandy,
Sandy.
Nurse Sandy. Everybody know her if you go to Dover, to the cancer center in Dover. She called me New Year's Eve. No, I mean Christmas Eve at about 7 o'clock in the morning. Say, hey, Vondelier. First nurse ever say my name right. Number one. I'm like, how you doing? Who's this? Because it was early. It's Nurse Sandy. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I heard you wanted to know about your PET scan. Well, I got good news. It's a miracle. There are no lesions, no tumors on your spine. Do you hear me? No lesions, no tumors on your spine. Man, look,
God
y'all,
is
I had to
great.
get up out of bed. Now I ain't gonna lie, I still got arthritis, boy, bones aching, but I had to give God the glory. You know what I mean? I had to give
Yes.
my God the glory and all the praise. So I wanted to share that. I want to know how y'all's was before we get into resources.
Ronnie.
God is so good. First of all, praise God. I am so happy for you, my sister.
Thank
When I
you.
saw you go live in Sam's Club and you gave a shout, honey, I was right there with you in
hmm
spirit. God is so, so good. And
Yes, he is.
he's definitely got us. He's definitely got us covered. For my New Year's Eve, I just stayed home, nice and warm and toasty with my family. For the last couple of years, we've stayed home. It just scares me to go out on the busy roads with the drunk drivers and things like that. People,
Hmm.
so I just rather stay home and be safe. So we watched the ball drop on TV.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I definitely prayed every minute I was driving to Dover. Trust me. I
Yeah.
was praying. But I agree. Lisa.
Um, yeah. Thank God I was right there. I got that call from you early that morning. I was proud of you because I didn't expect you to go live and tell your story, but I'm glad. And I was right there with that praise break. I said, yes, indeed. God is
Mhm.
amazing. He's great and he's
Yes.
doing things. Be obedient. Um, I'm blessed. I didn't do anything for New Year's Eve because I'm at that age. I could sit in the house. So that's what I did. Hannah
Plus, you
went to
don't
her.
come out when it's cold anyway.
No, I don't. It's got to be doctor's appointments, taking Hannah somewhere. Other than that, or I have to be somewhere that's really mandatory. But other than that, no,
Helping Smack
I'm
get
in
a
the
new
house.
car. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. That's amazing because you were stressed.
Yeah,
See
I
how
was.
God works.
Hmm.
Amazing. Just believe. But I'm glad to be here with you all tonight, and we're gonna get this information out and talk about other things to be able to help people out, and
Okay.
hopefully they'll get the information. I got links and websites for those that information I sent you. Smack, I just never got a chance to send it.
Oh, that's fine. If
So
you
when
want
we
to
talk
send
about
it
it, I'll just
in, okay.
give the link information, and what we'll do, whatever Veronica has or Smack has or what I have, I will put in the attach it to the live when we're
Okay.
done.
All right. That sounds good. Or you could shoot it to me in Messenger and I'll get it up there some kind of way. You know how we do.
Okay, definitely.
All right. So the first thing you want to, I think it'd be good to kick it off with what you had told me about the mammograms. You want to start talking about that for people who don't may not know in the state of Delaware.
Yeah. Um, it's something that I found out when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, going through finding out I had it back in May of 2018. I had just lost my insurance May, June 1st, May 1st or June 1st of 2018. And when I had just lost it. It was a week because a week after that, that's when I found the lump. And I didn't know what to do. I was stressed out. And I was working at a home healthcare uh, organization that's well known. And it's a lot of women there, mostly every woman because they're caregivers. I was a trainer, and I did some state work with that company, getting people out of the nursing home, called Money Follows the Person. But I didn't know what I was going to do, so I had got a tidbit of information, and I can't remember where I got it from, but it was told to me that I could get a free mammogram if I didn't have insurance through Bay Health. And that's what started my journey because they provide free mammograms. I remember Bay Health is the second Tuesday of each month. And
Hmm.
BB, I can't remember what BB, I don't know if it's the first Monday, but they do provide free mammograms. If you call, it's called Screening for Life. And Screening for Life, you can find out if you qualify for it based on income. If you definitely don't have insurance, you're concerned because uh, mammograms are a wellness, so they have to be covered 100%. But if you do need a mammogram and you are over the age of 40 and you did not had a mammogram ever, you need to do that. And the reason why I say this because the women I worked with in that office, and they were caregivers, and as I stated, I was a trainer. Nobody was aware of mammograms. They didn't even have mammograms. It was women there that was well over 40 and never had one until I got breast cancer. I had to make them aware and say, hey, you don't have the insurance, this is where you can go. So Screening for Life, you can call 302-744-1040 to see if you qualify. It is free. It helped me on my journey because that was one of the stresses I had. Like, I don't have any money to cover this, but it is free because it is a wellness that is required, that is under the state law. So a lot of people don't know that, and that information is important. Start there, because if you are over 40 and you have not had a mammogram, get a mammogram, please, please.
Mhm. It's very important that mammogram. Um, and if you don't mind, I just want to step in. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of my friends in the LGBTQ community, especially I'm talking to my masculine uh, friends, y'all need to go. I'm not being smart when I say this, but y'all know that I'm blunt. If you are masculine centered, you still got tatas. Look at me, I got tatas. You know what I mean? You know, even men get breast cancer. Please
Yes.
take advantage. If any of my friends masculine centered, that is one of the reasons why I've started the Fight Like Smack, because I wanted to target people of color and also what people label us as studs, masculine centered women, that we too have to go get these things done. I would want you to be here longer, just you want to check that out. So I'm putting that out there to my friends. And please, if you are 40 years old and you've never had a mammogram, like Lisa said, please go and get one. I really mean that. And we just want to say hello to everyone who's tuning in to us
Yes.
live, please. All right.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Please share.
Yes, please share the live.
Yes.
We're talking about resources tonight.
And some of the resources that we provide is not all connected to, some of them are not all connected to just breast cancer, just cancer, period. There is
Mhm.
some other resources that I will provide along the way, to so make sure you all are listening and sharing so that other people are informed.
And I had heard, I haven't fact checked it yet, but I
Mhm.
had heard someone state that if, like, for instance, my mom had breast cancer. So they were stating that if your parent had it, that you should start getting mammograms, um, 10 years. So let's say, for example, my mom got it at 40. So they were saying I should start getting mine 10 years prior to that. So I should start getting mine at age 30,
Mm.
to be on the safe side. If you had a parent that had cancer as well, you should start getting checked out 10 years before they were diagnosed, whatever age they were. 10 years before that, you should start getting mammograms. I haven't fact checked it yet, but it's always good to start as soon as you can, especially if you start to feel like cysts and things like that in your breast. Make your doctor aware of your family history, and they will get you in to get a mammogram sooner rather than later.
Mhm.
Yes,
Great,
definitely.
great, great,
That,
great info right there.
yes, that's something, because if they test you for the BRCA 1 and 2, they test them for maternal and paternal side. With me, I knew I didn't have any history of breast cancer on either side of my family, but they still had to do the testing, genetic testing, and found out it was negative. But it's important because it's decisions that have to be made based on that, because you don't know. You're like, oh, I don't have it, and I may not. You never know. You just never know. But because if it tests, the one of the brackets do come up positive, it's a possibility.
Mhm.
Something you got to think about, and they will give you a screening. I think it's every 2 years now. It used to be once a year if you were related to someone or had someone in the family that was that had breast cancer. So I think they changed it, um, because now I think they changed it even for regular. Once you get it at 40, I think, what is it now? Like every,
You gotta
I'm
get it
not,
every year.
No, 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 no,
Oh, you
no,
talking
no.
about for
Like
rappers?
healthy women, like if you go once you 40, it used to be every year. They had changed it to like I think it's 2 or 3 years, something like that.
Oh, I had to go every year.
They changed it. They changed it. I
Really?
mean, mm-hmm.
That's good to know. I'm definitely going to be looking, and that needs to be changed because just as quickly as they could have missed something, and how quickly it can spread. What they call it? What's the term? Metastasize. That
Hmm.
Yeah,
is that what it's
massage, yeah.
called? That
Uh,
was me
Yep.
within what 2 months. So
yeah,
I
they
was like,
changed it.
that changed. I didn't know
Um,
that.
Not to cut you off, I looked it up because I'm on the laptop while I'm doing this. So if y'all see my head going down, it says that the task force, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force recommends that women who are 40 to 74 years old are at an average risk for breast cancer can get a mammogram every 2 years once you're over 40. But like Veronica was saying, if you have someone that has been diagnosed and have cancer or breast cancer in your family, and prior to that time, they should supposed to get a screening um, once a year. Once a year, yeah, once a year.
Because they even changed the when you go see the OBGYN, the your pap smear and things like that, they don't
Hmm.
do it yearly anymore. It's every
No,
2 years now, which is
Really?
also dangerous because,
yeah,
like for me, for example, the last pap smear I had, they saw a cyst on my cervix. So that should be monitored yearly. These are things that can grow, you know, very quickly. So I don't agree with the 2 year term. I believe that as women, and especially as older women, we need to be checked out every year, head to toe.
I
yeah.
agree with that. Now, let me ask y'all this. Maybe y'all know because y'all know this is just the activist in me, the advocate in me. Now, will insurance pay for it every year if you are a person that wants to, because you pay into your insurance and you want to go every year? Are you saying no?
I
Are you
don't
Uh,
know.
sure?
I'm saying no because yeah, unless it's medically necessary and you have something that they see, the insurance have to be a predetermination. I worked in medical at Cigna Healthcare, so I know how it works. Nah, you just can't
But what
just
if I
go.
get two? What if you got two insurances? You could go every year. You said no. All right.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
That's a no.
because they have a limitation. That's like if you get a prescription drugs, like we have 30-day supply, 60-day or 90-day. If you try to take fill your prescription before that time is up, it's a no now.
Oh yeah, they don't let you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
same. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a so many per year. When they say you get 2 eye exams per year or you get 2 dental visits, that's the limit. Unless there's something medically necessary, then it can go beyond that because now you're going into something that's not a regular routine.
Okay, got you. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
So, did you have something else, Lisa?
yeah. We have the Pink Fund, and the Pink Fund is in Delaware, and
It's
it
called the
helps you.
Pink Fund.
Yeah, the Pink Fund.
All right, let me see if I can pull it
I
up.
think that's also known as the Pink AIDS Pink Purse.
Let me see, because that was one of the and one thing while we doing this is when you do go to oncology and you get chemo, you're supposed to have a social worker. They have a social worker, and
Oh yeah.
the social worker I had in Bay Health back in 2018, she was she was on point. They have changed different social workers there now. Yeah, that's it. Um, and it's at pinkfund.org.
Okay.
That is the ULR, the URL. I'm sorry,
Yeah. So,
but that
sorry.
that they provide different avenues for assistance, support. But when you're going through, like I did, I was I was a single parent, still am, but I was the the person that, you know, had to take care of the home, and I didn't have any income. Once I had that surgery on June 26th, I got a check the next week. It wasn't the full 2 weeks, and that was it. I had to figure things out. And the Pink Fund, which I found out about later, they were to help, were able to help me. They do have an application online. You can pre-qualify to see if you're eligible, and that's at pinkfund.org. And they're one of the ones you can apply for if you need assistance if you are a cancer patient.
And the applications aren't complicated. They just want your basic
They're not.
information, your doctor's information, your diagnosis, and things like that. And they normally get back to you in a decent amount of time. The Pink Fund is one of the ones that I did apply for, and I got approved. So, um, you know, if we have any fighters on the line, please apply for these programs
Yes, and
because it's not easy.
yeah, and they will help. They will not provide you the money. They will cut a check to whoever, utility, rent, mortgage company.
Your
They
maintenance. Mhm.
Yeah. So that's one of the organization. The other one that even though she's retired now, but she still dibbles and dabbles. Miss Lois, got to get her on here one day to chime in. That's my girl. I love her. For Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, they do help, and they provide up to $1,000 per.
2,000. I think it's 2,000.
They changed it.
Yeah, I think it's 2,000 per year.
Oh, okay. When I was doing, if it's changed, it was 1,000. And they
I
have
don't know
different.
what's going on, y'all. I'm
They have
sorry.
different resources.
Uh,
They have different resources for support. Um, I was
this whole
involved in a
thing
lot of
is
the
froze. I don't
activities
know what
for
happened. I do
women
apologize. Y'all keep on talking.
with breast cancer. Um, as you see on the screen, my sister Keeper is a
Hey, Paris.
with the twins. They do that. I think. What is that on Tuesdays?
Yes, it's the second, third, and fourth Tuesday.
Yes.
And they meet in person in each county, or you can do it virtually.
Yeah. And I attended until COVID, and then everything was basically virtual at that time. Uh, they have the Nurture with Nature. Women get together, different holidays and things. They around the holiday, what was it? Christmas, Thanksgiving. They go out and do wreaths. They do nature walks. They have picnics. They do boat rides. Things to keep your morale going and meeting other breast cancer survivors. They have peer mentor, like you said, support where you can be a mentor, or if you need some guidance, they'll put you under a mentor to keep in contact with you, and if you have any questions or you want someone to talk with, um, other than just also assisting with the financial part of it. Did you want to add anything, Veronica? Did I
Yeah,
miss
the
anything?
Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition has been amazing to me in my personal journey. They have helped me join My Sister's Keeper, which has been a blessing. Having that group of women, other women that can understand what you're going through, has been awesome for my mental health. That's been great. They have helped me with food, giving me a gift card for groceries. They have helped me, pay some bills. And like Lisa said, they paid it directly to your creditors. They don't send any money to you, but taking care of monthly bills. I haven't worked in a year. So these resources have been a tremendous blessing to our household. And for those of you that like to donate and give back and need a tax write-off, please donate to them. It's an amazing organization. They have a fundraiser coming up, a huge gala
Mhm.
at Dover Downs on March the 1st. So if you would like to attend, the proceeds will benefit DBCC. So if you can, it'll be a great night to dress up and come out and have a good time. And like I said, DBCC blesses a lot of women in our state. So please come out and support. If you can't attend the gala, please share the information with your friends and family members. But it's a wonderful organization.
Yes. I just want to add in, they have many programs. I just put a couple up here that I know I have taken advantage of. My sister's keeper. I really like my sister's keeper because when I first got diagnosed with breast cancer, I felt a little lost and I needed some, I wanted to hear from other people and what kind of things they were doing. And once I got on there, I realized that some of the ladies had it a little worse than I did. When you're looking at double mastectomies and things of that nature, and it was just really good information. And then the nurture with nature, I love that because every week they send you an email and you get to submit your pictures while you're walking in nature. Take a picture of something pink or red or green, and so that helped me because I would always go to the beach. And then the peer mentor support, I did start off with a mentor. I don't think me and the first person matched too well. And then they found someone who was, LGBTQ. And then I was just like, I was good. You know what I'm saying? After a while. And that's when I just told him I didn't need a mentor anymore. I got one. I didn't need two mentors. I had Lisa by then, you know what I mean? And then the breast cancer assistance fund, it's amazing because I was able to take advantage of it twice. Every year you can apply, and sometimes each person is given a certain amount. Now I will tell you guys this is when you use those funds, they don't come straight to you. They go straight to, like, for me it was my landlord. Then they went straight to the finance company who had my car, my electric. It went straight there. So I just think Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition does a lot in the state of Delaware. I see that they're trying to, you know, uh, deal with all women, not just how people were trying to put it. As I dug deeper, they're actually sitting. They have a coalition of other organizations that help fight to
Mm-hmm.
get better laws and things of that nature for people with that are living with cancer, different types of cancer. So I think that's good too. So I just wanted to throw that in there, how great they were to me. Um, and I really appreciate them. I send their information to a lot of people. Um, and I hope that they'll be able to take on Fight Like Smack as one of their groups as well. So,
That would be amazing.
Yes.
um,
Yes.
yeah.
The other program which I provided to these two young ladies, because a lot of people don't know, is the Insight Cancer Care in Wilmington. Insight. They are
Oh,
under
did
the
y'all already
cancer.
do Unite? I'm sorry. Let me get. You said what's it called?
Insight.
Oh yeah,
INCYTE.
we didn't do Unite for her yet. You see it on the screen, Lisa?
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I'm
okay.
sorry. I didn't do
Let's
Unite
hit.
for her.
So
All
Unite
right.
for her, I
I
actually
don't know
found
too
out
much
about.
about it. I just
Yeah,
signed up
Veronica.
today.
Veronica's gonna, because I don't know too much about it now.
So Unite for her, I actually found out about them. They had a retractable banner up in the oncologist office that had their um, advertisement on there. And so I filled out the application online. It was really simple. Heard back from them. They approved me for it. They send you this really big gift box that has a bunch of resources and skincare and all kinds of goodies in it for cancer patients. They sent a fabulous cookbook for cancer patients to help you with your symptom, deal with your symptoms and things like that. You also get a passport, and each in that passport you can it has different areas where you can get a passport stamp. You trade your stamps in for different services. Like, for example, you can use some stamps for a grocery store gift card for groceries. You can use it for already prepared meals delivered to your house. You can use it for services like yoga and different wellness services. You can also sign up for what they call Farmer's Box, where they will deliver a fresh produce
Fresh.
box to your house. I forgot how often it comes, but you get fruits and veggies in a big old box delivered straight to your front door. So it was an amazing program. You can sign up for it. It's a one-time deal for cancer patients from stages 0 to 3. And then if you're stage 4, it's automatically renewed, I think every 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a fabulous resource for our sister fighters to sign up for. It's amazing organization. So yeah, she
That's
had
great.
the email, the website on here,
Okay. Yeah.
uniteforher.org.
That's a new one since I, that wasn't aware, but glad to make it put out there. Definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a wonderful service.
so this,
Yeah, I today. Oh, go ahead.
no, what I was saying
Yeah,
that
I
the
signed up with them today.
Yeah, you should get your box in the mail fairly quickly. I mean, it came within maybe like 2 weeks or so. It was really quick, but it's a great resource.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to know more about their UFH task force for women of color. You can, each woman of color that was on there, you could hear their stories. But I wanted to know more about that, and I did sign up today, so uh, just waiting on that email back. That's pretty cool. I've never received anything, never heard of them. So thank you for bringing that. And I put on there, they support breast cancer and ovarian cancer patients by providing integrative therapy services, education resources, and support at no personal cost. And that's real important. What Veronica said, like once you get this terrible disease, uh you have to be educated. They don't tell you a lot of this, but once you get into these different groups and you're around people who are fighting the same thing you are, you find out how to eat better, eat more healthier. I noticed that I can't deal with anything red and spicy. It just does not agree with my gums. It doesn't agree with my body. And I don't do a lot of processed food anymore. So the education piece is what I'm looking forward to from them. So thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
no problem. Those resources will remain um, on the Facebook or attached. Um, the other program, it's a few programs. A lot of people are not aware. I'm gonna do the other one is Insight Cancer Care. I turn these young ladies on. They provide a little bit more money, but when I'll tell people when they give you that list, mortgage, car insurance, put everything, they will try to pay what they can pay up to a certain amount. I think, like
It's
I said,
3,000.
it then went up. See, everything has went up because
It's
for me it
3,000.
was 2,000. Yeah, 6 years ago. So yeah, and the only thing about that, you can reapply up
Mm-hmm.
to but
2 times.
what happens
Mm-hmm.
is that if you get it the first time, you'll get it. You can reapply, but it's not guaranteed because what they do is so many people that apply and never had it, they will pick those supersede over you. You can keep trying, and maybe if it's not one of those months where they get new people, you might get in there. It may not get the same amount, but they will try.
Mm-hmm. And you have to
And
wait 3 months. So if you get
mhm,
approved, you can't reapply for 3 months. You got to wait 3 months.
and that's Insight, INC
And how do you spell that again?
INCYTE. Cancer Care. And that's under Cancer Support Delaware.org. That is the search. Cancer Support Delaware.org. And they the other thing, Ronnie, sorry everyone, I call her Ronnie, so when you say Ronnie, I'm talking it's what is it, the Tuesday the 2nd, you got to have the 15th or a Tuesday with the insight. You got to have it in by, they do it each month.
Oh,
what is it? Because it's fresher for you than it is for me. I know it was the Tuesday, the 2nd Tuesday, you had to have an application in, I think.
Yeah.
It's on the website. It'll tell you, but it's once a month that they do it.
Yeah. Was it that one? Was it that
Yes.
one? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, they only accept applications once. Well, they only review them once a month.
Yes.
But
yes.
you can put your application in. It just won't get reviewed for
until that time of the month.
Because when I had submitted my application, I think I had submitted my
and
application.
Also,
go ahead, Smack.
No, I was going to say also you got to live in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
You got to live in Delaware and be a U.S. citizen to apply for their fund. I know we have people listening in from other states. I just want to put that out there. You do have to live in Delaware for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard back from them, so I don't know. I applied 2 years ago. I never heard back from, so I just, I felt someone else maybe needed it more than me.
That is true. The ones we went over, they are Delaware funded organizations. There is one that is out of state, and Ronnie can tell you about that one because she turned me on to that one, and then I turned Smack on to it, and it was like September, October, yeah, somewhere around there. The one in Connecticut, the young lady.
Chemo Divas.
Yes, Chemo Divas.
Chemo Divas is amazing. So it's an organization started by this young lady in honor of her mother who actually passed from cancer. So she wanted to start this organization to honor her mother. She was amazing. So you submit your application, and then she schedules a video chat with you so that she can, meet you. It is for women of color. And then they have different organizations and sponsors that they work with. So based on their funds that they have available, they will actually send a check directly to you, not to your creditor, but they'll send a check directly to you for whatever amount that they can approve you for. So I met the young lady. She's amazing. She's such a sweetheart. And I got approved for that, and they sent a check directly to me, and I used it to pay our household bills with. So definitely sign up for it, ladies.
Yep, it did help. It comes in the time of need, when you're not able to work, and if you're the only sole provider in the household, and even when you're not, and you have someone else, a significant other, it helps them to take the burden off of them.
Definitely.
So that's a new one that is not in Delaware, so you don't have to be in Delaware for that because they're out of state.
Yeah.
The other program that people don't know also is that it's called Delaware County Wellness for free mammograms for women over 40 plus. I found this information yesterday, the day before, I'm sorry. And you have to have no prior diagnosis of breast cancer and have no insurance. Basically, it's like a free mammogram, just trying to find out if you can. And I found this information, Smack and Ronnie, Delaware County Wellness. And if anyone is interested, it'll be provided information. I'll send it to Smack, and she's gonna put it up. But you can call 484-276-2100. and see if you qualify. That's another assistance for getting free mammogram. But also, the one thing that is important that people didn't know, and I did not know until I got in a situation where I explained to you all earlier that I had just my insurance ended back in 2018, a week before I got died. Well, found out I had a lump. And Delaware, they won't tell you until you're in a situation that they have cancer program for breast cancer, and it's another cancer. I don't know if it's liver. I think it's liver and breast for through the Department of Social Service. They will provide cancer insurance, which is Medicaid, and it will cover all your doctor visits and everything that falls under the cancer program, chemo, all that, prescriptions, everything.
That's
I had
awesome.
that. So if you're going through and you do have cancer, it's breast cancer, and like I said, I think the other one is liver. With the Delaware Social Service, they will provide, see if you qualify. If you don't have any insurance, that program is provided for free, and it covers everything. It was a blessing to me because I didn't know how, what, and God blessed me with that. And that's when I started letting people know that I started coming across mentoring and helping out, like, hey, get Medicaid. What did I say, Smack? Go get that Medicaid.
Hmm.
I
Oh
said,
yeah, I love that Medicaid. That Medicaid free.
and yeah, you're covered under that. And the other part, a lot of people don't know, and I found out the hard way 2 years ago, is that once you come up on your 2 years, as you come in like that year and a half, they will send you Medicare information. Now I'm gonna tell you, it was funny to me because I'm like, I'm not 62, 63. Why are they sending me Medicare? Medicare is for older people. I'm like, and I let it sit on the
Yeah.
table. I let it sit on the table until November, and open enrollment with Medicare starts every December. I did not know. I'm
Yes.
like, until I talked to someone, I'm like, why are they sending me this? And I started getting letters from Social Security saying something about, Medicare, they're going to take Part B. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. I got Medicaid. Well, when you're on the Medicaid and you're on disability, around a year and a half, they'll send you information from Medicare so you can roll over into Medicare. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
want anybody to be shocked like me, because I'm like, look, at the time, I'm like,
I was
hold up, I'm 40, whatever, 48, whatever. I'm like, what is going on? I don't need no Medicare. I got Medicaid.
it,
So yeah,
you know what
and
was crazy? I would land people out there calling me about Medicare. I'll land them out. I ain't that old yet. Why are you calling me? Stop calling me. Put up a spam. Stop calling me. I'm not that old yet. And the whole time, boy, my Medicaid closed. I was like, darn, I was supposed to switch over. And I was just like, thank God for the new job. That's all I could say.
yeah, and I just want people to know that, because I wasn't aware, because nobody told me, and everything that I have provided to these young ladies is because nobody gave me any information. It was the social worker that worked at the oncology when I went to get chemo every other Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it was, Thursday. Um, she was the one that helped me. We looked for all different type of resources, and she helped me fill out those applications, and never knew I would get in a situation where after I had my cancer that I started having family members and friends having cancer and trying to help them and going through disability and filling out them applications for disability. I'm telling you right now, disability, they hard to crack because they don't really want to give up no money at all. And if the doctor put the information in your doctor notes and your summary right, you shouldn't have a problem. Normally they'll deny you the first time, but normally I think with us, all of us, no, Ronnie, not you, but me and Smack, we got denied the first time, and
Yeah, I got denied the first time.
oh, you did. So we all, yeah, and the second time, it was fine because I went and got a lawyer, and that handle cases like that. It's not like a normal accident collision case. Is different for people that are going for disability. They can only take a certain amount. It's not a whole lot. And uh, Karen Vick, Karen Vicks helped me out. Did a great job because in no time they figured out what the problem was. The nurse redid the information in the doctor notes, and I was approved. So it's things that if you need help with and you have questions, we are here to definitely help you out. Inbox, like she said, inboxes, or just comment.
There's another program that I actually came across. It's called Little Pink Houses of Hope. And it's an organization that actually provides cancer patients and their immediate family a week vacation. The only thing is you would have to pay your way to the destination, but they will take care of your lodging and your food and activities. So definitely put in an application for that. They do have a lot of applicants, so they have a system on how they award it, but they do it every year. And if you go to their website, they'll give you a listing of the destinations. So I applied last year to the Myrtle Beach vacation. So you can go on the website and see what destinations they have available, and you actually select the one that you want to go to and submit your application for that, and you can reapply every year. So that's definitely another. I think I sent you the link to that, Smack, in your email. So if anybody needs the link.
Hear me?
Would you say, Smack?
Yeah, I do have that. Thank you. Oh, there I am. I didn't know what was
Okay,
going
there you
on.
are. Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. I couldn't come on camera. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you and see
All
you.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I do apologize. I don't know. The camera just went off, and the devil is a liar.
Yes, he is. The devil is a liar. Yeah, yeah,
I do.
yeah,
Yes, he is. The devil is a liar. He go. I don't know what happened. I just know I went off screen, and I've been trying to get back on screen.
And then I don't know if you
All
ladies
right.
have heard
So
of
all the links.
Lasagna Love.
Can y'all hear me? Okay.
You're lagging.
There's a lag, but we can hear you.
We can hear you. There you are now.
Who'd you say, Smack?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go back off. I can't hear anything you guys are saying, so you guys are going to have to carry the show. I do apologize.
Okay. So, Lisa, have you heard of Lasagna Love?
No.
So they are an organization where they have you can get a lasagna meal delivered to your front door
Mm-hmm.
for cancer patients and their families, and you can request one once a month. And so I requested one maybe about 2 or 3 months ago when I was doing chemo, or
Okay.
I think when I was doing chemo, I requested it, and they delivered a full pan of lasagna, a full salad, a plate full of homemade cookies, garlic bread. Like, they delivered it to my front door.
Wow.
It's an organization that just wants to, donate a meal to cancer patients that are going through. Because, like I said, when we're out of work, it's difficult to provide for our families, and so it's nice to have, a home cooked meal that
Mm-hmm.
someone can drop off to you while you're going through treatment, or if you're recovering from treatment. So definitely, if we have any patients on or survivors, definitely apply for that. And like I said, you can request it once a month, so they'll drop it off to your house once a month. It's a great organization.
And I do know that comes in handy because not just that you're going through chemo, those days when you don't have the energy and you
Yes.
cannot move
Mm-hmm.
and you sick.
Yep.
Yeah, it helps. Believe me, And some days you don't even feel like eating. But what made me eat is because the doctor said, if you do not eat, you're going to have to drink this Ensure. I did not want Ensure. And I didn't want to be back in the hospital, because if you don't eat, then you end up end up in the hospital. And I did not want that at all. So I lived off salmon every day and salads. That's all I could eat. Salmon, every which way you can have salmon. And that's why I came up with my famous salmon fried rice. Everybody loves it. But yeah, I never heard of that one. Is that in locally? I mean, in Delaware?
Yeah, it's all over.
Oh, okay.
It's all over. So if you're watching us from a different state, you definitely can apply for it. It's lasagnalove.org/request.
And
lasagnalove.org/request. And I'm sure.
And that information will be also provided when we Smack sends it out. So everything we're talking about, if you don't catch it, we'll have it listed on the Facebook.
And also, if anybody's watching and they want to become a volunteer for that organization, you can actually sign up to become a volunteer. It's a great way to give back to the community.
That's great. That's different. Luckily, the only other organization that I have is I went through this, and the state of Delaware, they do offer it, but your oncologist or your doctor have to sign you up, and it's simple. It's called Live Strong at the YMCA. They want you to be healthy, and they only do it twice a year, in the wintertime and in the fall. It's like it's only 2 times. Was it fall? Yeah, I did it the year before, and it went for I think 12 weeks. 12 weeks, and we went every day to the YMCA. And I enjoyed it because it got me active, and you work out, you do certain activities with other cancer patients. There is requirements that you have to come, so you can't, it's just you got to be there, you can't miss so many days and things like that. But they were really, really nice, and that information will provide that. It's called Live Strong at the YMCA, and you get to have a free membership. You don't have to pay for anything, and once you do sign up for Live Strong and you do go, they do provide a discount for the YMCA.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to sign up for that program after my next surgery to help me get back in shape.
I loved it. 2:00. I think it was every other day. 2:00. It was nobody in the Y. Enjoyed it. You can swim. You do different things, the normal stuff, the exercises with them. But we have people come in, just like we doing, like DBCC, Delaware Breast Cancer Coalition, came in, spoke to us, gave us little trinkets and things like that. But it's a nice program if you just want to get out of the house and you're not doing anything and get healthy. Smack, you can do it too. Live Strong at the YMCA.
Yeah. It depends on what time.
I know. It's just, yeah.
Certain times I don't want to be there, so it really depends on what time. And is it on the weekend?
No, it's through the week. It's every other. When I went the year before, it was in the fall. It was every other day. It was 12-week program, and we went at 2. So when I went at 2 in Dover, it was nobody in there. It was love. Like, oh, okay, this is the time I need to be here between 2 and 3:00 or 3:30, and when there's nobody, in the gym.
Oh, okay.
You get to swim, do the activities. They tell you, like, if people want to swim, they can swim. You get into the aerobics class, the yoga class, and all that.
Do you have to swim though?
No, you can choose to. Some people.
I want nobody see me in no bathing suit, so I'm not. That because the YMCA, I can't wear a t-shirt and swim trunks.
Oh yeah, no, that if you choose to, that's your choice. You don't have to swim.
I ain't going swimming.
You don't have to. They have Zumba classes and yoga class and the other workout classes. You can do whatever.
It's crazy that you say that. It's just like, look, check this out. I am so don't want to. I want to do Zumba, but I'm scared to do Zumba. I gotta get the doctor to release me because you remember I got my bones is fragile.
Yeah.
Until I get that bone treatment, I might not be able. I just be real careful, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
I,
I mean, you could ask them what you can and can't do, and that's the other thing. They will let you know. The doctor will let you know. But if they recommend it for you and they sign you up for it, they'll reach out to you. Um, they will
oh,
reach
that's
out to
my
you.
mama. My
Oh
mama
yeah,
said
there
I
she
was.
is.
Yeah, she was. 24 hours, 2010. My mom was down to 89 pounds. That
Yeah.
is so true.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was telling them earlier that we was talking about the organization that Ronnie found lasagna cooking. What was it?
Lasagna love.
Yeah, and they brought her a pan of lasagna and salad. And I told her, well, look, it's for them days when you were sick and you can't get up and cook and you feeling
Mhm.
bad. All I could eat was salmon every day and salad. That was the only thing I could eat. And some
Man,
days I couldn't eat that. And I told her I started losing weight and they said, if you lose any more weight, you're going to be in the hospital. Now, like, you got to drink this Ensure. I'm like, I don't want the Ensure. So I had to make myself eat salad and salmon every day.
let me tell you, I love me some Ensure. And you know, I mean, when I was in here making my own concoctions, I mean, the first go round, no. The
No.
second go round, and I don't know if people can see it, but I've lost a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to be a 5X. I can now get into a some 2X's and 3X's. 2X's on the bottom. So I have lost weight. But Ensure, this go around is one of my best friends because even with oral chemotherapy, the food, everything don't taste the same. And shout out to my mom again, making my vegetables for me every week. I I feel like some days I'm a vegetarian because I don't eat any meat, and I use the protein drink as my source of protein. But I'll tear up some vegetables in a minute, as long as they ain't got no heavy seasoning on them. I can't do the heavy seasoning because the chemo is messing with my gums. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, yo, you gotta. Did you send me that one, Veronica, with the lasagna and the?
I'm not sure, but I will.
Yeah, I wonder if they can make a veggie lasagna with the white sauce instead of the red.
Yeah, they take dietary requests.
Oh, okay, good. I like that.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna send that to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any additional information I have that I didn't send to you, Smack, I'll send it with the links and everything.
We got through to all of them, even the one about the free trips.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh man, I missed that.
I agree.
Cause
Say, some of these things help
neuropathy.
everyone because everybody's side effects are different when you're going through chemo. And like Smack said, her mouth, certain things may happen. Um, just be proactive to make sure, you know, that you're doing what you're supposed to do. And honestly, because we are cancer patients, we're breast cancer survivors, we're not supposed to, but it's a bad habit. Sugar. Sugar feeds cancer.
Oh yeah,
And we're not supposed to have it.
yeah. So for all my friends that used to see me in Wawa, well, the ones that still do, talking about you just putting creamer in there. Yes. And now I found a coffee that I can buy called Stokes, and it's black coffee, and they do not use white sugar, so they use a guava.
Yeah. That
Now,
granulate sugar, that white sugar.
white sugar you gotta stay away from. I use a guave, so
Yeah, guave or honey. But
yeah.
just sugar is in everything. But I have a bad habit. I'm not perfect. I love some southern sweet tea. I will go to McDonald's and get me a tea. And it's not healthy because the doctor tell me you gotta stop drinking tea. It's better than drinking sodas, but tea's still not good either.
And I'm gonna tell what I know. I want to ask y'all something. Is this one of y'all pet peeves? If it got a whole bunch of ingredients, I do not buy it anymore. Like if it's a paragraph long. I do not buy it
I
because
don't.
I'm talking about they got some stuff on there that say something A, B, like it'll say great B, C, and D. Like I don't understand that. Why you need all them ingredients? And sometimes
You
I'm
talking the extra stuff that we don't know, and they,
don't
yeah,
know.
that foreign stuff. Yeah, we don't know. I think anything I've been trying, and I explain to people that I stop. I'm telling you, and I don't know about Ronnie, but the things that I once you go through chemo, you get a different taste. The things that you ate before,
You
it's
don't.
hard to pick it up later after you have chemo. And the first chemo I had 20 something years ago, that chemo left me with metallic taste. Everything was
Yes.
metallic. I had to put hot sauce on everything
That was
to
me.
be able to get the food down my throat because it tastes like, and anybody knows, I say this to everyone, if you ever put your tongue on a D battery, because we all done it, when you stick your tongue in that D battery and get that taste, that's what it tastes like.
You
And
mean that
I just,
9-volt battery?
yes,
Yo,
indeed. It that was the worst feeling. I'm telling you, like I still in my mind, it's like I got PTSD because I couldn't eat ice cream. It just did something to me with food that I was scared to eat food. Once I got out of the chemo and that metallic taste took a while to go away after that chemo, I was scared to eat stuff because I'm like, oh my God, if I put it in my mouth, it's just gonna make me sick. And I'm not a person that get sick easy at all. Some people like, oh, I'm gonna, barf from a throw up. No, you can talk and say whatever in front of me. I'm gonna still eat my food. I'm gonna still keep doing what I'm doing because, I told people I was at one time I did go, thought I was gonna be a funeral embalmer at some point, but I took classes for forensics, so it is for me. Nothing makes my stomach queasy. You could talk about whatever. I'm still gonna eat my food and keep on going. But that was the worst taste ever.
you
Couldn't
know,
drink anything. Water tastes like metal. Oh my God. I swear I thought I was gonna die. I
mhm.
hated that taste and it lived with me forever after that. And
Mhm.
then when I was scared to get
Right.
this chemo, I said, Lord, I cannot do this again. Because I probably would have been in the hospital looking like worse than a crackhead. I probably would. I was looking bad. I already had no eyebrows, no hair,
Look,
looking
Frank,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
funny you say that about that hot sauce, because anybody who know me know I only I did before chemo. I don't do no hot spicy food. I don't do no hot sauce. I don't do buffalo wings. I don't do none of that.
I love it.
When you
Mm.
shared that with me, I said I can't eat. Everything tastes nasty.
And
And
I
you
told you to put some hot sauce.
man, look, the Tabasco my mom had at first was just it just didn't do it. So I went and got Frank's. Uh, then
What?
my auntie Aunt Della, my mom's best friend, Auntie Della, told me about Frank's, and I went and got Frank's. And man, let me tell you, Frank's hot sauce became my best friend. And my mom was just like, "Yo, you putting it on everything." I put it on whatever my mom cooked. Hot sauce went on to us. It's the only way I could get it down because it
Mm-hmm.
don't taste the same. My mom would make my favorite meal, burgers and gravy. I was like, Mom, it's something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'd be dousing it with hot sauce, and that was the only way I could eat. Did you go through that, Veronica?
Oh yeah, I had to force myself to eat everything. Like Lisa said, tastes like metal. And so I forced myself to eat. What I did was if my body was craving a certain dish or whatever, I would have my husband go get that particular food. So I know mentally I would be able to consume it. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I tried to eat something else that I wasn't really craving, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. The taste was crazy. It's for me as well. I got the dry mouth, and I also,
Mm.
like you said, your gums
Snap.
and my teeth. My teeth hurt so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Sensitive.
through that now.
My teeth hurt so bad. I was in so much pain just trying to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
It was
Uh,
bad.
I ain't trying to gross nobody out. I got to use this special stuff for my mouth. It's a pretty cool. It's an oral rinse. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and they come in different flavors. It's expensive, but I
Yes.
got them on
Well,
sale. You go to Target and get a big one for $15. and I buy two at a time so it'll last me. But it's something in that Thera. It's called Thera something. It's an oral rinse.
Yeah, I got that.
You know what I'm talking about? It's something inside there
It's an
that
oil.
just helps my gums and my teeth. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to get a treatment done, but my dentist has to approve me first. But when I started my chemo, my tooth, one of my tooth in the back chipped, and they talk about a root canal. I'm already in pain. I ain't trying to go through no more pain. I got to work, man. That's what I'll be thinking. But I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and get the root canal so I can go ahead and get the treatment. They want to try and save the tooth. I'm like, yo, I'm old. That tooth ain't stopping nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna eat, but now I understand it all. And when you talk about that pain, they got this new Orgel called Four Times. And my mom, I mean, my friend said I'm crazy because I go through them tubes, but they got a new gel four times. My gums start hurting, I just take it uh, and I'm able to sleep. And I heard about that four times maximum strength, and don't get me wrong, it's nasty. And I advise you to get the gel and not the cream.
She know. I agree. Say I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything.
The teeth and the gums, Ibrance, it attacks that. That's one of the things. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but I think we're gonna make a big announcement next week for y'all once we have the date confirmed. Guys that get to come out and meet us, and we're gonna, have something real special. But we're gonna make that announcement next week. Yeah,
Yeah.
out there. Or should we give them a teaser, or you think we just wait?
Just wait.
All
To,
right, so we can throw
uh-huh.
her up there. Bam, bam.
I agree. Say, as we said earlier, just if you have any questions, have any concerns, we're here. Um, my journey started 20 something years ago. And when I got cancer this time, it's like I knew friends that had cancer back then that passed on. But this time, with having cancer this time, a lot of people have passed on um, that, I was close to. Um, and, it's a lot different now. It's a lot different because a lot more people are getting cancer. And I'm saying it's the food that we're eating,
Hmm.
because the things that you're feeding pigs and cows and things like that, they're consuming, and we eat it. We're consuming whatever they're giving them,
Yeah.
or
Right.
giving the grass, putting in the grass or straw, whatever they feeding them, they're consuming, and then we're consuming them. And I never looked at it like I told Smack the other day, like when I got my house, I was like, I always wanted to be in the country and be up a lane and just, be out there. And as I got older, I was like, nah, I think I want to be close, and where I'm at is content. But when I started doing things and seeing the livestock at auctions, I'm like, man, this is real, because there's at other ethnic groups like out there, Hispanics, they buying roosters and chickens and different things, and they know what they're feeding off the land. The Amish people, they know what they're feeding their animals, and they're
Mm-hmm.
eating that. And that's why we go to the farmers market to get those foods, because we know that their foods don't have any of that stuff that we're buying at the store, that
Yeah.
longevity that they put in these foods to keep it processed. And that's what's killing us. But the thing is that I was told from the doctor years ago that we all have cancer cells. It depends on what sets those cells off,
Mm.
Mm.
based on trauma, something we eat, we just don't know.
Mm.
And mine was an accident on
Wow.
September 1st, 1999, that set my cancer into motion, back in 2001.
Mm.
So
I wish we
you
could
just
get that
never know.
doctor on this show.
What
That's
you
a good
say?
idea. I wish we could get that doctor on this show.
Nah, we don't want that doctor. We got our own issues with current doctors now. So,
But
um,
let me tell y'all something. Let me ask y'all something. Then, I know this is just something. me and my girlfriend, we was talking about this. It's crazy how God put fruit here, right? For us to be able to live off the land, but they charge us for it. Why is that?
You
He
said
put
fruit.
fruit, vegetables. God
Mm,
put these things here for us, but we have to buy those things. He put two of every animal on earth for them to be able to produce so that we could live off the land. If you look back at it, before we became modernized, I'm talking about, BC and then some AD, everybody lived off the land. It was
Mm-hmm.
processing of food. And
Right.
I don't mean to harm America, and I'm not trying to come down on my country, but we're one of the countries that put so much chemicals in foods so that they will last.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to change anybody, but once you get this big C word, you begin to look at food differently.
Yes.
And that's where I'm at with it. I look at food a lot differently. My brother comes sending me a video one time of my baby brother of them cutting cancer off of meat. Not everybody gonna catch all that cancer, and they selling that to us. So I try not to buy meats out of the grocery store. I try to go to the butcher, one that I trust. Big shout out to who down there on the west side of Dover. Appreciate y'all. That's who I like to go to because I trust them. But yeah, but that isn't that crazy though. We got buying fruits,
mhm.
vegetables.
And when I first got diagnosed, I don't know if she's still on the live. Ebony Newton, she has shared her
Oh yeah,
household.
ebony.
Yeah, she has shared a company with me that she gets her household products from and food from. When you were talking about reading the label smack, her and I had a conversation, and she was telling me about some, healthier products and options for your household because it's not just the food that's killing us. It's everything that we use, our soap, our laundry detergent, our household cleaners.
Mm,
It's in everything. Candles. People love candles.
Yep.
They're toxic. Those plugins to make your house smell good, they're toxic. So Ebony Newton was sharing some
mm.
products with me through a company that she's affiliated with. Um, because we just have to make smarter decisions with our purchases. We really do. We are the ones that fund these
Yeah, you
industries.
got yeah. Share that information about the product. Let me tell you, I finally found the soap. Big shout out to Vaseline. They got their own soap. I finally, after trying probably about 20 different soaps, and I have really dry skin through the chemo, but I find Vaseline has one that has shea butter, oats, and some other nut inside of it. But and let me just tell you, when I use that all over my body, I'm moistured, and it's by Vaseline. And I looked at the ingredients, and it's only like four. It's by Vaseline, and I got it from City Trends. So they got a new customer. But a lot of before then, I was buying soaps from overseas because you have to look at how they mill it too, MIL. And if you look at it, this lady was educating me inside of Marshalls that she comes to get her soaps there all the time because she likes to get them from overseas because there was one soap she found and I can't find that soap again and it was goat's milk and lavender. I forget the brand, but I know it when I see it. It was only four ingredients in the soap. It was all natural. One soap you could actually see the flowers in the soap. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, okay. But that's real important. I do look at labels a lot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we
get that information from Ebony.
yeah, we have to do
They sh-
better. It's like we set in our ways because that's what as a society they give us and they know we have no other alternative because anything that is good for us is going to cost money. So
Mhm.
for people that can't afford these things, we're going to eat the bad stuff because we don't want to starve. We want to make sure our kids eat and stuff. But in the long run, those foods that we are eating now is totally different from the foods we ate back then. And I was born here, but I was raised in the South. We could eat. My grandfather do them pigs in the yard. He, do the old school way. They didn't have a problem with eating pork and stuff. It's like now you can't even eat certain. everything. Who knew about gluten free 20 years ago?
Nobody.
Lactose. Everybody drank milk.
Mhm.
Everyone
Yeah.
drank milk.
Till all these kids started getting sick and that, and it was like all these allergies and different things, and that's when gluten came around.
Yeah,
You
but we
know,
didn't know about gluten and this and that, and I can't have this and I can't have that, and it's yeah, we got to be careful what we eat and what we intake, and even with
but
my daughter.
soy milk don't come out of a cow, right?
No,
I
I
just
don't
want to
think
make
so.
sure, man.
I don't think so. I never had
I'm
soy
gonna
milk,
do
but
my homework on it because
yeah, do your
I
homework.
don't do regular milk no more. I do soy or almond.
I do almond milk too.
Mm.
Okay, I just want to make sure that none of that comes from any cow.
But you
I'm
are correct.
serious.
And it starts there and it's bad habits because when you like food like Ronnie do, it's sometimes it's hard to get away from, but I'm a type of person that I used to love hot dogs, beef hot dogs. If I go to any barbecue, give me a hot dog. I would tear a hot dog. I could eat hot dog every day. And after I had this cancer and went through what I went through, I can't even tell you. I might have had hot dog in the last 6 years. I might have had two or three just because I went to someone's barbecue, and that I'm not eating beef. As of last year, actually, it's a year that I stopped eating beef. Pork, I slimmed down a little bit, but I usually eat turkey or fish, salmon, flounder, any type of
Mm.
fish. But I'm trying to do better, but it's hard. And my daughter, Hannah's 15, so the McDonald's and stuff, we don't do that like that. We just don't. I stop and try to cook a little more, but we
It
got to
is
do
hard,
better. Yeah,
especially
if there's any recipes besides what Ronnie talked about earlier that are healthy, that don't have all these different things in them, um, yeah, just comment. Put a recipe down that's healthy.
Yeah, definitely. It could help someone because I'm gonna tell you right now. I hear what you said about your hot dogs, but Haas got these beef hot dogs, and the four of them $27 and some change. One, I can only eat one, but they're big, and it tastes so good with some fried onions, sweet onions, and some butter. I don't use oil. The only
Uh-huh.
oil I use now is olive oil. I'm sorry. I love their hot dog. I cuts it open. I inspect it to make sure I don't see no bones. And every
Yeah.
time I've cut one of the hot dogs open, that thing is right. And sometimes I throw some baked beans on there. Vegetarian
But
baked.
it's a bad habit. Like, if I go to Sam's Club, you know what? I cannot go to Sam's Club hungry because if I do, guess what? I'm going to stop at the concession stand because you can get a pizza and a drink for $2.50.
that pizza
I
be
don't even.
banging,
Yes, it
Now hold
does.
up.
That's a bad habit.
and they
That's
not
a
cooked
bad
right.
habit. Going to Sam's, I used to
They
eat their
used to.
hot dogs, and I used to buy those hot dogs before they went up, and
Yeah,
I stopped.
the
I
pizza.
stopped.
The pizza used to be my thing. I only stopped to the concession stand. Last time I got pizza, I'm like, yo, I can't taste it. This is nasty. This is not what it's supposed to be. So I started my oral chemotherapy. I don't even stop there to get nothing to drink because that day
See,
the pizza tasted nasty and the drink tasted nasty. I said, forget it. The tea
and that's
was
one thing people don't understand. If you get sick and you go into doing these drugs and these chemos that they give you, that's probably the best way to lose weight because if you cannot taste and you lose your taste bud, I lost taste a little bit, but the first one, like I said, it was metallic. It make you not want to eat,
Yeah.
but if you don't eat, then they like we're gonna put you in the hospital or you got to drink this Ensure. I didn't like Ensure. I tried it, but I just couldn't get with it.
Hmm.
No.
I, like for me, I got all my meats gotta be soft. You know what I mean? I can't if I tried eating steak the other day with my girl, I can't enjoy a steak. It hurts my gums. Everything's gotta be soft. And I'm not going back to puree food. I'll put some chicken in a crock pot with some whipping cream, put some bag of steamed corn up in there, and put some dough, and have me whatever I created. You know, I told you I create concoctions long as the food is soft. But that's what I do: chicken breast in a crock pot, some whipping cream, some chicken stock. Yeah, gotta get the cream. Try to
Yeah.
create what's it called? The chicken corn chowder.
Is that
Yeah,
what it
chicken
is? I
corn.
never had it. But yeah,
Oh, you got smacks chicken corn chowder. You might not like it because they ain't got no seasoning in it.
yeah. I don't want too much, but I'm a spicy person, so I gotta put some have some zest in there. But definitely with this information, um I think it's enlightening for us to be able to come on and help people out because I get so many people coming to me or sending people to me like Lisa, such and such. They told me to call you because you may be able to help me or answer my questions. It's crazy y'all to understand that even after went through my ordeal, I was already helping people right after my ordeal, like within that year after. And then I just been helping people. And then people been calling me and then smack. I reached out and I see people on Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh. I just say, if you need help or you have any questions, call me, inbox me
For
because
real.
I didn't have that. I did not have that. And if it wasn't for that social worker at Bay Health and Oncology, I wouldn't have all the resources that I provided. I didn't know. And then the stuff that I know, I had to find out on my own getting sick and my potassium was low and how you feel when your potassium is low, you can't move. It's like the Matrix. You can't lift a leg. It takes everything out of you. It feel like it what if we each one of us describe what we went through, unless you've been through it, you won't even know. I could tell you all day.
It's
And
crazy how many
it's
symptoms we have. Ugh,
yes.
it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. You know, like, oh, my brother said hello, hello everyone. Oh man, we missed a whole bunch. I get so tuned into the show.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
Hey everyone.
That's my brother. And then one of my favorite artists, Bricks Braun. He's like, I love you, sis. He just had a heart transplant about almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Aw.
So I appreciate. Oh, mom, talk about soybeans, Sussex County. My mom's on here. Y'all know that's everybody, mom. you know,
Yeah. Queen
but
Smack.
yes, that's Queen Smack right there. So I want to say this though, like I'm not a gatekeeper, and in the beginning, my pride got in the way, but I appreciate Lisa because God had to send her to me. She just hopped in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I kept her on read for a while because I was in my feelings, but I have grown as a person. I used to be a very prideful person, then when nobody know what I'm going through. But I just, Lisa, you're a godsend. And that's how I got you saved in my phone. Lisa Godson,
Yeah, I
my
seen it.
sister.
Yes.
And you know, it's good that you pour into myself as well as Veronica because now we're able to pour into other people. So
Yes.
what I'm trying to tell you is it's good that we're we're listening to you and we're taking it in because now we could share it with somebody else. And
Mm-hmm.
I just want to tell my people that are tuned in, whether you male or you're a king or a queen, male or female, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your health.
Mhm.
I really got serious about my health once I found out that when I got diagnosed with having breast cancer, and I'm a two-time warrior. But I'm trying to tell you is sometimes you think like you're the breadwinner of the family. You're not going to be that breadwinner of the family. You don't take care of your health. Breast cancer is something big, especially I can only speak for my state. It's big in Delaware.
Mhm.
It, when I go back to the cancer center to do my blood work monthly, it just seems like the patients are growing and growing. I don't know if y'all sense that. It
Mhm.
used not to be like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's revolving door.
It's
And
sad.
all I can tell you is we have to take care of ourselves. Education is key. And all of these resources that my sister shared with you all tonight, there are a lot of education classes. Now, I don't know if we'll be back next Wednesday because we got through all the resources. I would talk with my sisters to see what they want to do. But if you are a person who would like to share your story, please hit up myself, Veronica, or Lisa in our
Mm-hmm.
inboxes so that we can get you scheduled. And we may have something else coming up soon for all of our warriors. So just stand by, stay tuned. We got a big announcement. I think we should come on next week to make the announcement, and maybe we'll, I think we should build the momentum about what's good ready to happen. What you think?
Right. Whatever
What
you,
you think?
whatever you want. Whatever.
Wow,
I'm here.
we the collective. Let me stop. We not the collective.
Hey, we down
We
for
warriors.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
we in it to win it. We here,
We
you
down for
know.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
And what's also amazing, I don't know if you guys have seen our flyer at the bottom. It says In the Mix Radio. Warriors Speak. We will be on radio as well coming soon. Our information that we're sharing will be on radio. Just waiting for the last, from what the CEO said, we'll probably be on iHeart as well as Spotify. So stay tuned. We got some big things. Mama says, see you next time. Press on as you can. To that, oh yeah. So let me just share y'all with this. I shared this in our first with my mom, but my mom got diagnosed in 2007 with cancer, and mom, she had multiple myeloma, and my mother is not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? But God said her assignment isn't done.
That's right.
Okay,
Amen.
was one of the 11 people that they treated with this stem cell up at Helen Graham Cancer Center. So, and they, some of it's if her multiple myeloma, she's in remission now, but should it come back, she has stem cells frozen up there in Christiana so that they can, whatever they do,
Right.
do plant so she could be here longer. And so, at that time, I believe what they said, they gave my mom like 5 or 6 years. My mom been here since 2007. I watched my mom go all the way down to 89 pounds. I watched her hair come all the way out, and I was there to be there for my mom. And then when it was my turn, she was there to be with me. But after I did that genealogy report, I was the first in my family with breast cancer, and I do get tested for multiple myeloma, and I don't have that. So my mother's, that's where Fight Like Smack comes from. The one heart is my mom, the other heart is my dad, and my dad had prostate cancer. So that's what it comes from. I'm a warrior. I come from warriors, my mom and dad. So that's where
Hmm.
that whole like smack. I don't know if anybody know like where it comes from, but that's where it did. My boy TC said home economics should be brought back to teach in high
Yes.
school, teaching the youth the fundamentals of how to live in numerous ways. I
Facts.
agree.
On God.
100%.
Yes.
Oh
Yep.
God.
They
And
had took
prayers
everything
out to
away,
you
man.
also. Yeah, prayers going out to you too, my brother. Praying for you to get back to 100%. You know what I'm saying? And I want to tell everyone like, um, as cancer patients, please don't invite us to places where it's 150, 200 people because we're not coming. I mean, I know I'm not. It's too much going on out there. I would have to be what they call them gas
Oh,
mask and all
no,
that. I wear
you have
me.
the whole armor of God on. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, I have everything on. I'm just keeping it real because our immune systems are not like everybody else's. So I probably have been in places y'all didn't know it was me because my mask is going up under these glasses and I got a hat on and you might see me with my pink gloves. But it's
Hmm.
just they got us scared out here. This RSV, this pneumonia that's going on. And, I have people who are close to me. that are just dropping. You know, God is just bringing them home. And I don't mean to say dropping, excuse me, Lord, but God is just calling them home. And we just got to be careful. If you know you sick, and I'm gonna say this, if you know you sick, got a cough, do not be out and gathering spaces. Get rid of your cough, get rid of your sickness, and don't spread it to someone else. That's all I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, my
Oh,
girlfriend got me scared to go somewhere,
facts,
man. The way you broke it down.
facts, definitely. But
So before
um,
we leave,
Any
I
last
just wanted to
words,
finish up
Ronnie?
with
Yeah, I was going to say you next.
so I just wanted to mention two things before we wrap up. Number one is even though the free mammograms are available, I do want to encourage everyone to self check your breast. Like I said in our first podcast, I was one of the ones that did not check my breast because my breast was so dense I didn't know what I was feeling. But I want to
Mhm.
encourage you. I don't care if you don't know what you're feeling or not. Please check your breast when you're laying down in bed at night or when you're in the shower. Just feel around
Mhm.
your breast to see if you notice anything abnormal. If you notice anything abnormal, mention it to your OBGYN and get it checked out. So I strongly, strongly, strongly want to encourage everyone to do your self breast examinations on a regular basis. Number two, another great resource to find more programs like the ones we mentioned tonight is to join some free Facebook support groups.
yes,
Mhm.
A lot of the some of the organizations I came across was because I if you join the group and at the top there's a search bar and just type in wellness programs, financial assistance, whatever you're looking for, there's going to be a thread that pops up with everybody's posts that mention those things. And I'm telling you, it's like a wealth of knowledge. You find a lot of different
Mm.
programs. If you're from different states, they'll have different states in there posting, but there's a wealth of knowledge in those free groups. So please, please join those free breast cancer support groups, whatever type of cancer that you have. Join some free Facebook support groups so that you can get some information, important information that's shared in those groups because they talk about everything as far as like what Smack was saying about your diet and things like that.
Mhm.
They give you their personal experiences about different treatments and medications. So it is a good source of information. But that's all I wanted to share tonight. I hope you guys found this information that we shared useful and helpful. And please apply for these programs. Don't be shy. Don't be, ashamed or anything like that. Put your application in. Like Lisa told me when I first was diagnosed, just put the application in and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We all can use a hand when you're going through this journey because it is
mhm.
rough, So just put the
And
application in, pray over it, and leave it in God's hands. And that's it for me.
And what was the? Did y'all mention? And I'm sorry, Lisa. I think you told me about it. Susan, is it Coleman?
Oh, Susan
oh,
B.
yeah, everybody's familiar with Susan. We didn't discuss it, but that is like the number one cancer organization, Susan Corman.
Yeah, that's one that everybody all over the world can apply to. Y'all take advantage of that too,
Yeah.
Yes, you're currently
because I
accepting the
I was
application. There
gonna
are
say
income
it came.
guidelines. Oh, go ahead, Smack.
Mm-hmm.
There,
Now I
there.
didn't think I was gonna put that. It came. It came at the nick of time. Thank you, Lord. I'm serious. Remember I called you, Lisa?
Yeah, she called me every time. But God is a blessing. I said, see how it works? He may not come when you want him, but
It's
he's
right on
always
time.
on time.
Mhm.
Time. Always on time. So
What
go ahead,
what
Ronnie. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, there's certain guidelines to each of these programs, but
yes.
once you go onto the website and click on the program, all of the qualifications will be listed there, so everyone can see if they qualify or not.
That's right. And there's
This was
also, well,
awesome.
we'll talk about that on that. They also got resources for free cars. Yeah, I mean, I put on the list. I didn't get a call yet.
Hey, sign up.
But
You never know.
they're
She's
gonna
a
come.
mess.
I'm
Uh,
telling you, God said somebody else needed. So hey, I
yep,
know what.
that's all it is.
Well, look,
Just
y'all. I want to thank y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Lisa. Go ahead.
no, I enjoyed you all tonight. I don't have um anything else to say, but I'm glad that we are putting this out out here to everyone, and that this is something that is going to be continued. Got great things in store. I'm glad that my sister cousin Ronnie, that I could bring her on, and we all have information, we have insight and things, and to be able to listen to other people's stories, because now it'll be a lot easier. Instead of people saying, referring people to me like, hey, hit smack up, hit Veronica up. Not saying I don't want to help, but boy, I had a load here in this last 4 years, and it's been a lot. And I want to say that if you have someone that's going through or lost someone, just take that time. If you come across someone, you never know that God puts you in places to be able to help other people out. And you just never know by telling your story and your testimony. And it's crazy because when I talk to people, I can be somewhere and they say, I would never look at you and know that you've been through the things you've been through. Oh, it's not meant for me to look like that. I'm not claiming that at all. I've been in situations where people, I tell my story on Facebook and it's been on there that 6 times I wasn't supposed to be here. The devil tried to take me out of here 6 times. And I was mixed diagnosed with the first cancer for 3 years before I figured out what was wrong with me. So it's a reason and a purpose, and I have angels around me.
Amen.
And I tell people I'm not intimidated by anyone. And I told my one boss that I was with before I ended up going on disability, when he interviewed me, I was going in for secretary position. God blessed me with a whole bigger position to be able to handle the money follow the person program. And I handled the whole state of Delaware, getting those people out of the nursing homes and getting them back into a situation where they can live on their own and have nurses and see caregivers come in and take care of them. You just never know. And I have multitude of information from that, and I still can call these people like, hey, do you have private housing? I have somebody or friend that need housing, because I dealt with those people. And it's crazy because you never know who you're going to run into or what they are able to provide you.
Yep.
And anybody's testimony can help someone. And mine has helped a lot, because people like, they cried. I'm like, what are you crying for? They like, I can't believe you went through this. And I'm like, you sound like the doctor when I first got diagnosed, Dr. John. He was crying. I said, you the one coming here to tell me I got cancer. What are you crying for? He said, because I said, what are we going to do? I'm laying in bed like, what are we going to do? Okay, you said, if I ain't going to die, so you saying we can fix this? He's like, yeah. And the nurse standing there, she's like, oh my God, your attitude. He said, man, most people I tell them this that's older than you, they break down and cry. I said, I don't have nothing to cry about, because if it is my time.
Dr. John at the cancer center?
Yes, Dr. John. Something. That was he had just got here in Delaware 20 some years ago. But it was just the fact that if it was my time at that time at 29, 30 years old, I lived my life to that point. He felt that my purpose was done. But see, I'm still here, even through the second cancer and through those 6 situations where the devil tried to take me out. I'm still here, and I'm going to fulfill that purpose. And I got to do what I got to do. I'm not scared of anybody. The only person I'm intimidated and scared of is God. I don't fear no man nor woman. I'm serious. I don't care. But I just, and I just want to say that
to God is something wrong, because the blessings that he be pouring, you be like, yo, like I said, I didn't know how my electric bill got paid that day. I know that they told me the day is the cutoff day.
Yep, I don't fear nothing.
You got a $300 credit.
And not saying you fear them, but no man or woman gonna put any fear in my heart. If it's time for me to go and I don't wake up tomorrow, every day I wake up and open my eyes, I said, thank you, Lord. When I go to bed, I said, thank you for getting me through the day. I'm blessed. I'm still here. So I got to fight to still fight. So I just want to tell everyone, tune in to us and please share. Because I want this to expand beyond just our family and friends in Delaware. because there's women out there. We're going to be bringing people on to listen to their stories because there's other people out there with awesome stories. Because when
Awesome.
you thought my story was bad, and then you like, man, ain't nothing, and then you listen to somebody, you like, good gracious, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I complaining?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to that. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Let me tell you, the storytelling is where it's at. You know, storytelling is people don't understand the importance of it. And that's why I'm glad we got warriors speak, because we need to tell these stories, because it's going to encourage other people. And there's a lot that goes into a story, not a lot that go into it. There's a lot that comes out of a story that can give you that empowerment that you need to go
Mhm.
ahead. And I'm true when I said this. If anybody who's never had a mammogram and you're here in Delaware near me, then reach out to us. We will go with you. That's the type of support. Well, I will go with you. I can't speak for
I'll
you.
go
Yeah,
too.
I'm sorry.
I was doing it before. I was in
Yeah,
the. I was that second set of ears when the doctor's talking to you. I told Smack, make sure you always. This other thing, when you go and you're in that situation, a family member. Don't let them go by themselves
right.
because when things are said, it sounds like Charlie Brown. Want the teacher. You hear one thing and then you haven't heard anything else, and then you get home and said, I can't remember what they said. So what I usually tell, I've told Smack and I told Ronnie, what have I told y'all to do when y'all go?
Hit
Mhm.
record.
Because you can play it back
You
and
play.
say, this is what I heard because I wasn't listening earlier.
Yeah.
Now I can hear everything said. Now I got questions because sometimes they throw it at you and your mouth is like, and you stuck on that one thing and you
That's
don't hear
me.
nothing else. Mhm.
Let me tell y'all.
Be supportive. Be supportive.
When I went to one of my appointments, Lisa didn't go. And we tell you, from then on, I started recording, because they were talking about radiation and everything they were doing. I was just like numb. I was just like, what? Like they gonna give me this chemo,
Yep.
rounds of chemo, and then they want me to get burned up. And Lisa would ask me, so what else did they say? I was stuck on the one thing. So it's very important just to hit record or take someone with you.
Yeah, even if you take someone, still record because sometimes they taking in so much information they may not remember your information. But I know sometimes with the laws now they say it's legal, but it's my doctor visit.
Yeah,
It's no different from them putting that information in the summary report.
yeah.
I
Or
want the
when they
full.
do a WebMD, what's the well, not WebMD? When they do the
My chart.
virtual, yeah, my chart. Or see, I look. Let me tell you, Lisa got my information to my chart. My chart. I know she hated every time I call her. What does this mean? What does this mean? I go through it. And Lisa, they said this on this, because I dissect every word, Ronnie, every
I
word.
was Googling words I didn't know.
Telling you,
And that's what gets us in trouble because we get
yo,
those results before the doctors can get it in, and that stresses us out. And I tell people now, leave my chart alone. That email come up, that notification say you got your test results or your whatever is in. Ah man,
Yep.
it depends on
yo,
what it is. I learned how to leave it alone because I'm on there, like you said, looking up this word. What does this word mean?
yo, the people at Bay, that the PenMed Bay Health Cancer Center, let me tell you, they know Miss Smack. I will call you and keep calling you. Well, Miss Smack, it's on your mind chart. I was told to stay off of my chart. Now I need to know the results of this PET scan. And they call me Christmas Eve. I ain't gonna lie, I called them like 2 times. I don't play. I'm a
Yeah, she don't
keep
play. Lord, jeez, if you need
going.
somebody to advocate for you, because she uses her advocacy, she gonna go to bat for you because she don't play.
What
She
I
don't
tell you,
play.
what's the number one thing you told me? You control the narrative, right?
Yeah, your own narrative. You control it. Don't let them control you. Because doctors, they fail to realize that we don't work for them. You work for me. You work for Smack. You work for Ronnie. You work for every patient that comes and see you. Because without us, you won't have no money. So
Mhm.
don't let somebody tell you what. Oh, I don't think you could need to take this and you need to take this. No, is it going to make me better?
Mhm.
What's the
Yeah,
percentage? If it's gonna be the same, I'm not taking it. Leave it. But I enjoyed you all, whoever tuned in, my family, friends,
Yes,
and I
thank you.
enjoyed you ladies this evening.
Well, I used to
Um,
call, I just got to say, remember I used to call them, I'm not coming in today for no chemo. I can barely get out of this bed. I control the narrative. Y'all have a good day. They say,
that's my fate. Control the narrative. It's
yes,
your life. Nobody controls that. Take care of it. Handle it.
I
They
love
can't
you
tell you because they the
so
doc
much.
because I'm the doctor and we all would be doctors. And if we could just look, when I was misdiagnosed. So that's where I get that from, because that doctor said that to me. Like, I'm the doctor. I know, like anybody to go looking up stuff on the internet. Back then in 2000, what we had, a Windows 98 or whatever, 2000. I was on that internet trying to find with dial up, trying to find what was wrong with me. And he told me, I'm the doctor. And that's why we get paid. And that's why I'm like, but you're still human.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You
me feel
misdiagnosed me and didn't even know what's wrong with me. You gave me all these pills in the sun. You didn't know what was wrong with me. So therefore,
Mhm.
it's human for us to use
true.
what we have now, technology, to find out what's wrong with us. Because I'm not going to I know God put those people here to help us, but I'm not going to put all my faith in you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one. That's another conversation. We gotta see what we're gonna do. But look,
Yeah, we'll discuss that because we were supposed to. We'll get that next week. It's not going to be as long, but we're going to give them information and we're going to ask some of our viewers about. We're not going to bring up any names, but we're going to
right,
find out how many people out there have been affected by um
yeah.
someone.
Mm.
So I enjoyed you all, ladies. Is we hopefully got the message out, and it was a great night.
Yes, it
Oh, but
was.
look what someone said. I work for a radiologist company. I have so many patients thinking their doctor is God. Wait,
Yeah,
so
and it's crazy.
I work
Hmm.
for a radiologist and I have so many patients thinking their doctor is God. It's crazy.
And they're not.
And they're not.
They're not. God has the final say.
God has, and I'm living proof.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
I can hear it from the beginning. I am living proof. That's you got to go back to the beginning of this podcast here.
Hmm.
But look, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Wow, it's been a 2 hour show, y'all. Almost two. We get together. We are good stewards. We're gonna give you the information you need. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. And yeah, you know, reach out to me and Veronica first. Let's get some rest because you've been gone for a long. I mean, you've been with me. What going on? What we could going to my
three,
fourth year, 3 years.
3, 4 years, 3 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
three.
3 years. You know what I mean? That's how long I've been fighting y'all. You know what I mean? I had 2 months of happiness. Well, I'm happy now. Well, I had two
Yeah,
months,
that's all that matter.
but that's all right. You know what I mean? God got the last say. Don't get
Amen.
me started and have start dancing. But look, thank y'all for tuning in, and you guys have a very, very good month of January. Legislative season starts next week. Legislative season starts. Our new governor gets sworn in. His inauguration is coming up, I believe, on the 21st. Everything is, you know what I mean, about to change. Y'all wish nothing but goodness that we get good bills passed for the state of Delaware. All
Yes.
right,
All
Amen.
right. Good
all
night,
right.
everyone.
Good night.